Isn't it rich that The View is saying she got the job based on looks when DEI is all about based on looks?
They really don't like this woman. She's a good communicator. And so Joy Behar just offered her analysis on why Leavitt.
Wow, things are really heating up around The View. It all started with a pretty explosive conversation about Karoline Leavitt's first press conference. Joy Behar, known for never holding back, made a comment that a lot of people are calling straight up sexist. She basically joked that Trump probably picked Leavitt because he thought she was a 10. I mean, come on! This completely ignored Leavitt's actual qualifications and just boiled her down to her looks. Unsurprisingly, it went viral, and the backlash was immediate. People were slamming Behar for being disrespectful, especially since The View is supposed to be all about supporting women in power. It really got people talking about how women are judged in the public eye.
I was stunned and amazed by his new White House spokeswoman today. She's actually the youngest ever in...
But it gets even bigger. The View is now facing some serious legal drama that could actually put the show in jeopardy. All this buzz about Behar's comments on Karoline Leavitt, who is the youngest White House press secretary ever, has exploded into a massive media storm. And guess what? Lawsuit. The View has always been known for its strong opinions and pushing boundaries, but some think they might have crossed a line this time. With the legal pressure building, the show's future is seriously uncertain.
Karoline Leavitt is the press secretary at the White House, doing a great job. Such a great job that the ladies of The View feel the green monster coming.
And it wasn't just Behar. Whoopi Goldberg also jumped in, criticizing Leavitt's remarks about wokeness during that first briefing. Goldberg basically said, "Hey, wokeness is exactly why you even have that job." She was really emphasizing that Leavitt owes her position to the very thing she was criticizing.
That wokeness, you might not have that job.
Yeah.
Because women were not invited to.
The whole debate just went to another level when Whoopi and Joy really went after Karoline Leavitt. It got intense. They claimed Leavitt wasn't understanding their points and even told her to stop using certain words. This immediately sparked outrage. People online were calling out The View for major hypocrisy. I mean, isn't this show supposed to be about female empowerment? Yet here they were, seemingly tearing down a young, successful woman just because of her political views. Social media blew up. One person tweeted, "If a Republican said this about a liberal woman, they'd be canceled." Another chimed in, criticizing them for focusing on Leavitt's appearance instead of her achievements. It really seemed like they were undermining a woman who's built her career on merit, not looks. Then, the bombshell dropped. Leavitt filed a defamation lawsuit against Goldberg and Behar. We're talking millions of dollars here. This news sent shockwaves through daytime TV. Suddenly, The View hosts were in damage control mode. They went on air with a tearful apology, hoping to smooth things over. Behar even sounded like her voice was trembling as she said they regretted their remarks and any harm caused. But honestly, a lot of people weren't buying it. Many viewers thought the apology was just for show, to avoid legal trouble, not because they were genuinely sorry. Someone commented online, "They're not sorry they said it, they're sorry they got caught." Meanwhile, Leavitt, who's only 27, had really impressed a lot of people with her confident performance at her first White House briefing, defending her views and taking on critics, especially those from the Trump administration. Her briefing was seen as bold and strong by her supporters. But then, this appearance on The View just ignited a media firestorm. Rumors started swirling that The View might even get canceled because of the lawsuit and the hit to their reputation. Behind the scenes, things were supposedly super tense, with producers scrambling to fix the situation. There were even whispers that Behar, who's always been controversial, might be let go to try and save the show. Adding even more fuel to the fire, reports of a personal feud between Behar and Leavitt started to emerge. Sources say Leavitt was deeply hurt by Behar's comments and wasn't backing down. Apparently, she was even considering more legal actions specifically targeting Behar. And Behar? Reportedly furious about the backlash, feeling unfairly targeted and blaming everyone else. She was supposedly refusing to admit any wrongdoing, attributing it all to outside forces. This refusal to take responsibility just made things worse, and the once harmonious vibe between the hosts seemed totally broken. This whole thing has created a whirlwind of drama and tension, raising serious questions about the future of The View and the relationships between the hosts. As the lawsuit continues, the show is under massive pressure to fix its image and survive this mess. The fallout could be long-lasting, and it's anyone's guess if they can recover from this.
Dang, Rowan, I couldn't do that at 27. No nonsense, straight to the point.
Now, while all this drama is unfolding, Karoline Leavitt has kept a pretty cool head in public. But sources close to her say she's been quietly working with lawyers and media advisors, making sure her side of the story gets heard. And get this, there are even rumors that Leavitt might use this whole controversy to launch her own media platform. Some are speculating she could start a podcast or something focused on young professionals in politics. One insider even said, "She's not just defending herself, she's building a brand." This whole situation could be the start of something much bigger for Leavitt, as she uses this attention to really build her profile. On the other side, Joy Behar's people have reportedly told her to stay quiet and not comment anymore, but apparently, Behar is resisting that advice. Sources say she feels Leavitt is just using this to get attention and is upset about being painted as the villain. Known for speaking her mind, Behar is supposedly frustrated that her refusal to back down is only making things worse. She might not fully realize the damage her comments have done to her image and the show's reputation. As tensions rise, Behar's behavior could be causing a rift with the other co-hosts. Alyssa Farah Griffin, a former Trump aide, is reportedly critical of how things have been handled behind the scenes. Whispers of a civil war among the panel are growing, with Griffin pushing for a more balanced and respectful approach going forward. While Behar and Whoopi seem to be doubling down on their remarks, the atmosphere on set is supposedly getting really tense, with a clear divide forming. If this lawsuit drags on, it could completely fracture the group and permanently damage the show's dynamic. And Whoopi Goldberg isn't escaping criticism either, especially for her comments on wokeness. A lot of people found them condescending and out of touch, especially considering Leavitt's impressive resume at just 27. Think about it. Leavitt has already been an assistant press secretary, communications director for a congresswoman, and played a key role in Trump's 2024 campaign, all while being a new mom. Social media has been quick to point out how much Leavitt has accomplished at such a young age. People are criticizing Goldberg, saying she should be celebrating Leavitt's achievements instead of tearing her down. This whole situation is creating a wave of criticism against The View, with many questioning the sincerity of their apology and the direction of the show overall. If the lawsuit gains momentum, it could seriously damage the show's future. The internal divisions are threatening its stability, with factions forming and tensions rising behind the scenes. Behar's refusal to admit fault and Goldberg's stance on wokeness are just making things more complicated, highlighting deeper issues within the show. But for Leavitt, this controversy might actually be working in her favor. It's giving her a bigger platform to challenge the current political narrative and share her perspective. The media attention has definitely raised her profile, and she seems poised to gain even more influence in politics and media. This could be a pivotal moment for Leavitt to solidify her position as a rising star, especially among young professionals who feel underrepresented. The big question is whether The View can weather this storm, or if this dispute will be the beginning of the end for the show. The outcome of Leavitt's lawsuit, combined with the internal conflicts, could determine whether The View stays relevant in daytime TV or becomes another casualty of today's polarized political climate. Either way, this scandal is far from over, and the effects will likely be felt across the media world for a while. And let's be real, at 27, she's rewriting the playbook. Youngest White House press secretary ever. This controversy has actually boosted her reputation. She's remained confident and unshaken despite the intense criticism. In a recent interview, Leavitt didn't hold back, calling the remarks from The View hosts pitiful, and saying she wouldn't be intimidated. She said, "I think it's sad they felt the need to attack me personally instead of focusing on the policies I'm advocating for," really emphasizing her commitment to her beliefs. Her poise and strength have earned her a lot of praise, with many supporters calling her a role model for young women in politics. But as the dust settles a bit, the future of The View is still really uncertain. The lawsuit is hanging over them, and their reputation has definitely taken a hit. Some are even wondering if this could be the end of daytime TV as we know it. Viewers are getting tired of the divisive rhetoric on shows like The View, and this situation might be a turning point. One media analyst said viewers are demanding more accountability, and shows that don't adapt might not survive. The message is clear. The View might be in trouble if it doesn't change its tone. Joy Behar, in particular, has become the main target of criticism. Many viewers are calling for her resignation, saying her remarks were unacceptable and damaged the show's credibility. Critics argue she crossed a line, and her refusal to acknowledge the harm has alienated viewers. Whoopi Goldberg is also facing calls to step down, although some think her comments weren't as bad as Behar's. Goldberg's comments on wokeness have also drawn criticism, with many feeling she's out of touch, especially compared to Leavitt's accomplishments. Again, at just 27, Leavitt has achieved so much, serving as assistant press secretary, communications director, and playing a key role in a presidential campaign, all while being a new mom. Social media is highlighting just how accomplished Leavitt is at such a young age. And in contrast, Behar and Goldberg's attacks seem increasingly out of step with what people expect from women in power. Instead of backing down, Leavitt has used this to build her brand, positioning herself as a strong advocate for young professionals in politics. As a result, her support has actually grown. Meanwhile, The View is in crisis. Viewers are questioning its future, and some think it could be canceled if it doesn't adapt. The tension behind the scenes is palpable, and the lawsuit is casting a shadow over everything. The host's behavior and the public outcry have put the show's future in jeopardy. Internal tensions are growing, with a clear divide emerging among the co-hosts as some are frustrated with the ongoing fallout. The drama behind the scenes is only intensifying as the lawsuit continues. But Leavitt is standing firm, refusing to back down and gaining even more public support. Her ability to handle this controversy with grace has made her an even more influential figure, earning respect across the political spectrum. As Leavitt refuses to relent, she's positioning herself as a force for change. This controversy is far from over, and the outcome could have long-lasting implications for daytime TV. Networks might have to rethink how they approach sensitive political discussions and what audiences really want. The drama surrounding The View shows that in this age of heightened scrutiny, public figures are expected to be more accountable. The pressure on talk shows to have balanced discussions might force them to reevaluate their approach, making shows like The View more vulnerable than ever. For now, Leavitt's star is rising, while the hosts of The View are dealing with the consequences. It's still uncertain if the show can recover, or if this scandal will be the end of its run. As this unfolds, both Leavitt and The View face major challenges, and the outcome will shape the future of daytime television for years to come. And get this, in the middle of all this, Leavitt made a bold move, allowing new media voices into the White House press briefing room. This has been widely praised as a step towards democratizing information access, showing her commitment to inclusivity and her ability to make real change with poise and confidence. It's further solidified her reputation as someone reshaping political communication, earning her even more support. Meanwhile, the saga with The View continues to evolve. The hosts are facing major backlash, and people are wondering if the show can survive, or if this is the beginning of the end. The lawsuit, the criticism, and the growing divide among the panelists are creating a really uncertain future. Leavitt's rise has sparked a bigger conversation about the future of political talk in America. With viewers tired of divisive rhetoric, some are hoping this could signal a shift towards more constructive discussions. The situation has also ignited debates about whether The View should be canceled or if the hosts deserve a second chance. But the biggest question is Karoline Leavitt the future of political communication, or just another polarizing figure in a divided landscape? Only time will tell. But one thing is for sure, this is a story people will be talking about for a while. Stay tuned for more updates on this developing story, and let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching Celeb News.